you a seat.
Thanks. By the way, I forgot to ask on the train. Did you get my last letter?
Yes, I got all of them. And I do feel better, I think. Nana restored most of my memories. I still feel like I'm missing something, but I feel better. Anyway, it was so nice of you to write. Unlike some people who apparently couldn't be bothered, Daniel.
What? Oh, sorry. I meant to write, but I was kind of busy. I got a little distracted during the summer.
Oh, hey, look! Is that the professor?
If it is, it's the strangest transfiguration I've ever seen.
What is history?
Boring.
This is history. To you, this might be a boring old rock, but to me, it's part of the delicate tapestry of events that saved Hogwarts. Let me tell you where this rock has been. Finite. History is everywhere. You just need to know how to find it. I've been all over the world, from the highest mountains to the deepest seas, looking for treasure. I mean history. Wherever I can find it. I'm your visiting professor, Jakob Gorski. Oh, heavens! History can be quite expensive. Sometimes rare artifacts come at quite a price. And this is my, assistant, Bly. He has a nose for shiny things. Including things that aren't his, so mind your valuables. And be careful with that one, boy. It seems to have a most unusual stamp. Of a price that hasn't been paid quite yet. And for your first task, I'd like you to uncover the secret history of the object at your desks. Well done, class. I think you're ready to hunt for history at Hogwarts. As your assignment, I want you to identify a rare object or uncover a mystery. There are undiscovered treasures right in these very halls. Secret artifacts of untold value. And of deep historical significance, of course. Your search starts now. Class dismissed.
Where'd you get that coin? You robbing banks now, Daniel?
Just ignore them. Like you did to me all summer.
I'm sorry, Ivy, but my sister says our post is inconsistent where we live. Too many muggles in London. And I really wasn't in much of a mood to write. Especially not after I discovered this. I found it in my mom's dresser. I'm sure that it's important somehow.
It's dated in the future.
What does it mean?
I wrote to my mom and asked about it, but she wouldn't tell me. She just said to keep it safe. Honestly, I'm not sure I want to find out. What if it's something bad? What if she's not totally innocent?
Don't worry, Daniel.
Right. No matter what this coin is, we'll be there for you.
Thanks. That means a lot. But for now, can we please focus on completing our history of magic homework?
Why don't we visit Hagrid? He knows Hogwarts better than anyone.
Hello, friends. You're just in time.
Something smells delicious.
It's so strange. For Hagrid's place.
I made a wee snack for my little brother.
Mmm, smells delicious. It's like a dream, where I'm swimming in sweets.
Can I offer you a piece? I don't reckon Grot will mind. He's been a bit under the weather, so I baked him his favourite pudding.
What exactly is in this pie?
It's me famous butterfly pie. It's mostly just butter and things that fly.
I've just lost my interest.
Uh-oh. I don't think it's done. I think it's done now. Grot will be thrilled. So, what exactly can I do for you?
We need to uncover a mystery at Hogwarts.
A mystery about a lost treasure. Let me guess. The visiting history professor?
How did you know?
Turns out he was lost, so I took him back to his quarters. Turns out he was lost, so I...
So, Professor Hagrid, does that mean you know of some hidden treasures in Hogwarts?
Well, let me tell you about something special that's been lost at Hogwarts.
Finally.
There's the Philosopher's Stone, good for keeping you young, but I guess Harry Potter found that. And there was all kinds of wonder in the Chamber of Secrets, but I suppose Harry found that too.
Is there anything that Harry Potter didn't find?
Of course there are. If only I could remember one of them. I know. If you listen to the portraits in the halls, sometimes they whisper about a map. A map that points away to a lost family heirloom. Suppose why is everyone so interested in some map all of a sudden? That professor of yours was asking me the same thing.
Where is the map?
Well, it's a secret. That's why they're whispering.
Maybe we should ask them.
Aye. But be careful what you uncover, children. Sometimes treasures are lost.
I don't hear any whispering.
Shh! Keep it down! Some of us are trying to sleep.
We're sorry.
This is nonsense. We should try and find something in our textbooks like everyone else.
Where's the fun in that? Especially when there are all these beautiful paintings to explore.
Maybe we need to try a new approach. I figure if we look at Hogwarts as a polyhedron with paintings on every side, we could increase our odds by covering each one. We should split up.
Good idea. Kevin and Ivy, let's go check out the paintings in the Great Hall.
You like to paint, don't you, Lottie?
I love to paint. There's nothing that makes me as happy or as sad.
What's the matter, Lottie?
This reminds me of the paintings in my house. Wonderful landscapes, full of amazing creatures. My father would travel to these far-off, wondrous places so that he could paint what he saw with his own eyes. Promised he would take me with him one day too, when I was ready. For all the things he painted, he never painted himself. So I never got a chance to say goodbye.
What happened to your father?
He went off to paint something and never came back.
Aw, are the pretty pictures making you cry? Or is it just the homework?
Stop it, Cassandra.
No, it's fine. We're on the hunt, just like you. Why don't we team up and work together?
Team up? How are you going to find lost treasure when you can't even keep from weeping at the sight of a few old paintings? There's no way you're going to find something before us.
It's not a competition.
Of course it is. You think they give top points to the losers?
I think you're missing the professor's point.
No, the only losers here are you.
Oh, really? Expelliarmus!
You've been practicing. Well, so have I. Bloody corpus!
Rictus Semper.
This
is is all so silly. Can't we find a way to work together?
Oh, no, you don't. You're going to hurt a perfectly nice painting.
Out after hours. Dueling in the halls. You kids will be mine after I report you to the head mistress.
That won't be necessary. They were just, working on their assignment.
But the dueling, Professor!
Nothing wrong with a little spirited competition in the name of history. Oh. Find anything yet, students? Looking at the paintings I see. Why? You must tell me what you've learned.
We were trying to find a
Masterful painting! There are so many famous paintings here.
You are not wrong, my budding history hunters, but I think we can dig deeper. I want to know what's behind the paint. You never know what's been lost.
I came to warn you. Filth just headed this way.
You just missed him.
And Daniel got hung upside down.
Sounds like an improvement. So, we're not in trouble on the first day. That's a first.
No, Professor Gorski came to the rescue.
You told him about the map?
We didn't actually, but it was a good thing that the professor appeared when he did.
Do you think he was spying on us? Seems like a bit of a coincidence.
Either way, we should keep a low profile until we find the map. Maybe there's a reason the paintings whisper.
But we didn't find anything. Shouldn't we ask for help?
We should. And there's one person who knows more about the paintings in these halls than anyone else.
Gossamer!
This is going to be fun. Let's go.
That was amazing, Daniel. You're really getting good with your wand.
Thanks.
There you are. What took so long? We've been waiting since dinner.
Sorry, just needed a little extra wand work.
That's a great idea. Got to be prepared. I've no clue how I'd handle myself in a duel. I'd probably get disarmed and hung upside down too.
How?
Daniel, wait! He didn't mean anything by it. Come back.
What did I do?
Daniel's still a bit sore about, well, all the things you said just now.
He's mad that he got bested by Cassandra and Colby Frey.
It was Fisher Frey.
How on earth do you tell them apart?
Because one of them smells worse?
Fisher's hair is parted slightly to the left. And he smells worse. A painter has to pay attention to the detail of her subjects. Speaking of paintings, where's Gossamer?
Hello, my friends.
Gossamer, where are you?
I'm in a dark cavern. It must be enormous. There's nothing but black as far as the eye can see. You must have ventured far to find me. I hope it wasn't too dangerous.
You're behind a bookshelf.
I am? That's fantastic. I love to read. Did you know Gilderoy Lockhart's autobiography, Magical Me, contains a brand new foreword by Gilderoy Lockhart? Take a look and see.
Let's get you out of there. Weird. Someone didn't want that to move.
It's probably enchanted to keep us from rearranging the furniture.
Guess we gotta do this the old-fashioned way. A hand, anyone?
Perhaps with a little better leverage. Carpe retractum!
Look out! Fighting pixies!
Well, that must be why they secured the bookshelf in place. Thanks so much, Kevin.
I didn't know they were there. At least we freed Gossamer. You rescued me. Again.
Of course we did. We'd hate to lose you, Gossamer.
We missed you over the summer.
And it's so lovely that you came back. You never know if your friends are going to return. Even to say hello.
We'll always come back. We promise.
What can I do for you?
We're looking for a map that leads to a rare magical artifact. Hagrid said that one of the paintings might know where to find it.
I've never heard of this.
I thought you knew everything about the paintings in Hogwarts.
Mostly everything. I can only sniff around so much. I only have one nose, I think. Perhaps the portraits in the dungeons would know something.
The dungeons? We have to find the map. Besides, nothing's down there that can hurt us. Right?
I don't think so, but it can be quite scary. Between the creepy noises and the total darkness and the ghosts, why don't you let me investigate?
We'll go and check it out. It's our assignment after all. Besides, how scary can a dungeon in a school be?
We will. Maybe one of us should stay on the lookout up here. I nominate me.
If we stick together, there's nothing to be afraid of.
That's the spirit. Let's go.
Well, I'll stand guard here, in case you need me.
Lumos.
Are we going the right way? I don't see any paintings, and this hallway seems to go on forever.
I'm not sure we're in a hallway anymore.
Why's that?
Where'd the walls go?
Surprise! Now, where's your invitation?
You need an invitation to poke around the dungeon?
No! You need an invitation to attend my Death Day party, of course. If you haven't heard, the Death Day parties of Sir Nicholas de Mimsy Porpington are a thing to behold. This time, it's a surprise party. I'm surprising all the guests.
How is it a surprise if you sent out invitations?
Oh, right. That does seem to be a minor oversight on my part. Well, good thing the party's still not for a few weeks, eh?
Sir Nicholas, I'm afraid we don't have an invitation to your party, but we would love to celebrate with you. If you'll have us, of course.
After much consideration, I've decided that you and your friends can attend the party on one condition.
What's that?
I insist you come as my honored guests. Now, I'll need your still very much attached head sizes to make your party hats.
That sounds wonderful. I can't wait.
I'm just glad I ran into you before the doorman saw you.
The doorman?
Oh, yes, this nasty troll I hired to keep the riffraff out. Not very bright, though. If anyone were to crash the party, he's under strict orders to attack when I give the signal. I simply say the word security, and he comes charging right in. But no need to worry about that now.
You just said the word.
What word? Oh, that word. Oopsie.
Trolls, no problem.
Robin, look out!
Locomotive Whippany!
Good timing, Kevin.
You followed us down here all by yourself?
I was worried about all of you. And I didn't particularly like being left alone upstairs.
How disappointing. Now who's going to watch the door?
Sir Nicholas, while you're getting ready for the party, we'd love to look at the decorations, particularly the paintings down here in the dungeon.
That's a good idea. We need to make sure all the paintings are on the list. Carry on. I must see to the punch. Not a moment to waste.
How are we going to find the right painting? It's not like we can just shout out, "Has anyone seen a map leading to the secret treasure?"
Oh dear, I've never heard of a map. Or have I? No, a lady never tells. Are you the new house elves? Oh no, you're too clothed.
Who the heck are you, lady?
It's a lady apprentice Paget Goggins, and I insist you take me back to the grand staircase.
You'll have to excuse her. Her house burned down over a century ago. Her portrait was the only thing that wasn't scorched. She was moved to Hogwarts after the fire, and promptly stashed down here because she kept ordering wizards to get her tea.
That's such a sad story. She must have lost people she loved. Miss Lady, do you know about a map? It leads to a family heirloom that was lost. We'd like to find it and give it back.
What about our homework?
Hush up!
I haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about.
If there was anything your family left you, or anything left at all, you'd want it back, right?
Yes. Yes, I would.
It's okay. I lost someone too.
There were so many people who cared for me. People who would dust me every day and wipe smudges off my frame.
Is she talking about her servants again?
I know about the map. I heard about it after they moved me to this dreadful locale. I can help you find it. But first, I insist that you restore me to greatness. I want to go back to the grand staircase.
I'm not sure we can just take you. Sir Nicholas!
Hello, guests. Oh, I see you found her. Always complaining about the noise, that one. I dread to know what she'll do when the party starts.
Sir Nicholas, can we...
Can you take her? Why, that would be splendid. Yes, away you go. And do make sure you're back before the party starts.
This is more like it. A home that suits my stature.
Wonderful. Now, what can you tell us about the map?
Nothing, I'm afraid, because I've never seen it. But I know who has. My old neighbors talked about the map.
So, where are these old neighbors of yours?
Sadly, they moved away during the Battle of Hogwarts. One left and never bothered to write. The other established a residence in a rather bad neighborhood.
Can you describe this bad neighborhood?
It's rather dreary. Whenever he comes to call, he harps on and on about a dark, secret chamber full of snake carvings. He would very much like to move, I think to be closer to me, but a lady mustn't be too presumptuous. Now, if you excuse me, all of this travel and talk has put me right out. I bid you adieu, children.
Right. Now we're right back where we started.
I think I've heard of that secret chamber. I've got an art book that talks all about the paintings and decorations at Hogwarts. There's one chamber that has a rather bold snake motif, although that's just the rumor. The place is nearly impossible to find, and even more impossible to enter. The Chamber of Secrets.
Weird wizarding dilemmas and their solutions. You'd think there'd be something about the Chamber of Secrets in here. Maybe our dilemma isn't weird enough? How's your search coming, Lottie?
Not great. I just picked the book with the best art on the cover. What if it's not in a book?
Everything's in a book, isn't it?
I don't know. Are you having any luck, Robin?
I have a few strategies.
In Beating the Bludgers, a study of defensive strategies in Quidditch.
Right, if we're being chased by a bludger.
I feel like we're so close to finding the next clue to the map. But there are so many books in here. It's not like the answer to the problem is just going to jump out at us.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to stop that book from attacking us.
But that's the jinx that causes objects to attack us.
Now you tell me.
Oh, can we keep him? It just tried to eat us. He was only expressing himself.
I bet this is what your room looks like, huh, Kevin?
No, my books are organized in a much more geometric matrix, scattered around on the floor.
Sometimes I mess up my room just for fun. It's amazing what you can rediscover. Harry Potter! Brilliant! If we can't find out how to get in the Chamber of Secrets, we can trace the footsteps of the last students who did. Harry Potter and his friends.
Fascinating! It's just like the boys' toilets.
What did you think it would look like?
I had several hypotheses. None were accurate. So, do we have to wait until this ghost needs the loo?
She doesn't haunt the bathroom because she has a weak bladder. She haunts the bathroom because she was killed here.
Right! So, your average haunted murder bathroom. I'm just going to hide in here. Did I say hide? I mean, I'm going to investigate in here. Let me know if you find any ghosts. What? What is it?
Why are you in my cubicle? Fine, you found me. Just get it over with. Get what over with? Throw something at me and leave so I can cry in peace. We don't want to throw anything at you. You don't? But no one's thrown anything at me in so long. We came to see you. Or did you come to trick me? No one comes to see me. No one cares. Even when I'm hiding, I'm always in the way. We wanted to ask you about the Chamber of Secrets. You know where it is? With nothing but a memory. Whenever I want to remember something, I draw it, like my friends over the summer. I can draw a picture of all of us. I don't want a picture of you. But you remind me of the last boy I liked. I want a picture with you.
Why do you want a picture with Kevin?
Why do you care? Are you jealous?
Of what? A picture of you and Kev? Together? Holding hands? No, of course not.
There, I'm ready. Pretend we're going to a dance.
Ugh.
Now we'll always be together. Can you tell us where the chamber is? It's right here under the sink, but you can't get in unless you speak to the snake. Of course. There must be a command in parcel tongue, which none of us can speak. I might have heard other boys say the words.
Kevin, can you get your girlfriend to tell us how to get in, please?
Dearest Myrtle, my sweetest sweetums.
Yes?
Can you tell us the word to open the chamber? Pretty, please?
Why, anything for you.
Well, can you say the words or not?
I'm trying. It's really hard to talk like a snake.
Come back and see me. Although I doubt you will.
Is it just me? Or does it seem like we're trying to end up in every dark, scary place in Hogwarts? Ah!
Looks like the coast is clear.
Thanks for saving me from the dead snake.
Snake? What snake? Ah, one of them is moving! Will someone please get me out of here? Oh, hello. A right odd lot we have here. The name is Basil Ardent Aurelius III, misplaced wizard, gentleman scholar. Now, tell me, what secret society are you, and what are your nefarious ends?
Excuse me?
Well, it's an obvious place to hold a secret society meeting, isn't it? Dark chamber, traces of death, a rather foul musk.
What? No, I mean, are you a friend of Lady Prentice Paget Goggins?
You're going to purge the world of lady portraits? You scoundrels!
We're not going to purge the world of anything. We've come to ask you about a map.
That leads to a key.
That unlocks a family heirloom.
It's our homework.
You have the wrong secret chamber.
How many secret places are there in this castle?
It's a secret, of course. The heirloom is in a secret passage, but the only person who knows where that passage is our dear friend Harold, who sadly left Hogwarts some time ago, before I ended up down here, in fact.
That must be the third painting Lady Goggins was talking about.
Exactly.
Where did he go?
Oh, he sauntered off to the pub. Can you believe he preferred such a dreary place to the grand stairwell? Oh, I would very much like to return myself, hung on high amongst Hogwarts' finest. He's at the Hogshead Inn.
Oh, I've read about that place. It's where Dumbledore's army first met.
And a place we most certainly aren't allowed to enter. Full of the most disreputable wizards in the world.
Sounds like a fun place.
Quite. Ah, there's another member of your little group.
Huh?
Over there. Pardon me, sir, but the rest of your secret society is over here.
What a mean thing to do, destroying perfectly nice statues.
There's only one way into this place, right? So that means there's only one way out. And how exactly do we do that?
After him!
Don't forget me!
Hello, children. Searching the halls for secrets, I take it. A good treasure hunter never rests.
Professor, did you see anyone else in the halls?
Of course I did. My assistant is never far behind. It's always good to have someone keeping track of where you've been. Sometimes I have trouble remembering. You should return to your dormitories, young treasure seekers. I have other matters to attend to.
What matters do you think he meant?
I don't know, but it's awfully strange that he just keeps popping up wherever we're looking.
Maybe he's mocking us? He is a professor, after all.
Or maybe he's looking for the same thing.
Ahem.
Right, let's get you on the wall.
Much better. Thank you. And good luck with your secret endeavors in whatever dark places your journey takes you.
And give Harold our best, dears.
We will. That's it then. 2 down, 1 more to go.
In Hogsmeade, at the Hogshead Inn, where we're sure to get into who knows what kind of trouble.
Oh, relax, Kev. It'll be fine. It's just a silly old pub. What could possibly go wrong?
As much as I hate to say it, Cassandra is right. We have to find this artifact before the term ends, which means we need to get to that 3rd painting.
But we're not old enough to go to Hogsmeade.
Not with our current faces. We can brew a polyjuice potion to make us look older. No need to thank me. I read ahead in the textbook. Cassandra's not the only one who can cast advanced spells.
Doesn't that potion take a month to brew?
You're right, but we don't have anything else to do at the moment, do we? And don't you need blood-sucking leeches and the skin of a highly poisonous boom-slaying snake? Right. I assumed one of you would have a pet boom-slaying snake.
I once had a leech as a pet, until it fell off.
Why don't we just sneak in?
Robin's right. We need a way to sneak into Hogsmeade without getting caught. Luckily, we have an expert in alternative ways to get around the castle.
Did someone call me? Hello!
Gossamer! We need to get to Hogsmeade without a polyjuice potion.
Or permission, which we definitely don't have. And yet, we're still going.
Oh, that's wonderful. Hogsmeade is one of the most frequently sneaked into places in the history of Hogwarts. There are many secret passages that lead there, all of which are either caved in or carefully guarded by Filch.
But there's only one Filch. He can't watch all of them at once. If I create diversion at one of the entrances and get Filch's attention, Gossamer can lead you through another passage.
That's brilliant! But are you sure you want to face Filch alone?
A noble sacrifice. If only we all could take one for the team. Well, I figure it's either Filch or a dark, scary passage that might cave in at any moment.
So noble.
This is it. Behind the statue is a passage that leads directly to Honeyduke's in Hogsmeade.
Assuming Gossamer was right, what if Filch closed it up?
Then I'm going to be very sad. I love sweets.
He's going to totally mess this up, isn't he? Fine, I'll help him.
Hey, Robin!
Don't you hey me. I came to help you. I'm making sure everyone's safe. Safety for everyone!
Right. For a second there, I thought you were under the influence of Gregory's unctuous unction.
What on earth does that do?
If I gave you a sip, you'd be totally convinced that I was your best friend. You'd follow me anywhere.
You're as thick as flobberworm mucus, you know that?
What? I've never used it.
Is that their diversion?
I suppose they could argue with each other until Filch comes.
I don't need a potion to think that you're my best friend.
We're best friends? I'm confused. All you do is make fun of me.
You're so frustrating. You know all this stuff, but you're really dumb sometimes. Why do you think I'm helping you?
This is going to be the best diversion ever!
Really?
Vermilius!
What's going on here? Who did this? I can't see a thing!
It was me! Over here!
You are not hogging all the credit for this. It was me. My plan all along.
Looks like there are some real sparks between Robin and Kevin.
Now's our chance. Say the password Gossamer gave us.
Descendium.
sure this is going to Honeydukes? I don't smell anything sweet, just mud.
I think we're lost. Doesn't it seem like we've been walking forever? What's that? Hello?
Probably nothing. Doesn't look like anything's come through here in years.
We shouldn't be worried about anything that's come through the tunnel. We should be worried about things that have tunneled into the tunnel.
You call that a challenge? Your cats aren't getting any redder today. Wait, no one got bludgeoned, right?
We're all right. Those little creatures were so mean.
This must be the end of the passage.
I smell something sweet.
Remember, we're not supposed to be here. Let's try to keep a low profile, find the painting, and get out of here.
Can we go back to Honeydukes?
And miss the chance to stare danger right in the face? Hello, pub patrons. We're not here to cause trouble. We're just looking for a portrait named Harold.
Low profile, remember?
Oi! You looking for Harold?
Yes. Do you know him?
Who's asking? You aren't from the Ministry, are you?
Do we look like we're from the Ministry?
That's just what a person from the Ministry would say, especially with those ridiculous childlike disguises. Oh, you'll get nothing from Harold. He hates visitors almost as much as he hates people nosing around asking questions. He just wants to be left alone.
We know Harold's old friends in the Grand Staircase at Hogwarts. They really miss him.
Harold's old friends? Harold's only friends are Pints and the Paytons in this pub.
Oh, shut it, Harold. The poor bloke's always carrying on about his days at Hogwarts before he was taken from the walls.
You're Harold.
Oh, blimey. You got me stuck with the name like I'm stuck on this wall. Taken by a wizard who thought I knew too much.
The other painting said you know about a map that leads to a rare magical artifact.
That I do. But you've come all this way for nothing. The map's back of the castle in the Grand Staircase.
We've looked everywhere around those portraits.
Well, you obviously haven't been pointed in the right direction.
Map or no map, we can take you back to be with your friends.
Oh, how I'd love to see the old gang. But a right old time you'd have of that. You don't just grab a painting off the walls here and walk off with it. These folks are a bit particular with their possessions, if you get my drift.
We'll fight our way out if we have to.
Or in the case of all good art, when you can't have the real thing, you can always make a copy. Gemini! Now all we have to do is remove this extremely big heavy portrait from the bar without anyone noticing.
Reducio! There. Let's get out of here. Professor Gorski? What is he doing here?
Oh, he definitely has some explaining to do. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Wait, Daniel! We still don't know who to trust, and we still don't want anyone to know we're here. Let's see what he's up to.
That's just like the pouch the cloaked wizard in the chamber used to store the basilisk fang.
But that would mean...
What's it to you? What are you kids doing here and why are you meddling in the private business matters of our patrons?
Let me guess. Someone's behind me again.
There. I think that's the last one.
I feel like I could write a book about the many interesting gargoyles of Hogwarts. A long one.
They really are everywhere. You'd think eventually someone would update the decor.
Ugh, detention is so unfair, especially when you're missing the biggest Quidditch match of the year. My dad and I would play catch the quaffle and seek the snitch for hours when I was little.
My mum was always out playing with other people, which is why I'm so bad at Quidditch. And why I mostly ended up playing with my dad.
My dad taught me how to paint. Before he left on one of his artistic adventures, he'd always paint a butterfly somewhere in the house. The butterfly would fly from painting to painting, and I would try to catch it in a work of my own. I would paint gardens and forests and fields of daisies to give the butterfly a place to land. And when it would finally perch on my painting, I knew I had created something special. Something my father would have liked. I never caught his last butterfly, and now I don't even know where my father is. Or if he's even alive.
I'm sure he's out there somewhere.
I hope so. He would have loved to hear about this treasure hunt, finding mysterious portraits and putting together clues. I just hope I'm as good at it as he was.
Happy detention! How's it going?
I'm not sure there's anything else to polish in all of Hogwarts.
This is madness. Gorski was there. Why doesn't McGonagall believe us?
Because we don't have proof.
Why don't we get some?
How? It's not like you can just march into Gorski's office and accuse him of selling a basilisk fang at the inn, which is extraordinarily illegal, by the way. No, definitely not! Don't even think about it! What if there's something even bigger going on here? What if Gorski's a dark wizard? That's what we need to find out. Robin, you watch the hall, and Kevin, you stand outside Gorski's door in case something strange happens. And where exactly will you be? We're going into Gorski's office to get to the bottom of this.
Yes, come in. And how are my favorite artifact hunters doing?
Professor, we need to ask you something.
I'm afraid I can't give you an extension. The deadline is the last day. But I have faith in you. You may be the only group left yet to find something, but as you know, just because something's hard to find doesn't mean it isn't there.
That's strange. That's exactly what Daniel said to Cassandra.
Was that you making a deal at the Hogshead Inn?
Why, no, of course not. My associates are scholars and students of history, not the types of wizards who deal in the dark.
But we saw you.
I'm afraid you must be mistaken, and that I must ask you to leave. I need you to get out!
Were you in possession of a basilisk fang?
No. I would have no use for such a foul thing. Such a thing would serve no purpose. But it could destroy any lock or open any box, and then any treasure could be yours.
Did you attack us?
Oh, no, child. I would never attack a student. A student who has done nothing wrong. A student who is only in the Chamber of Secrets searching for clues. I am not the cloaked wizard you seek.
How did you know that we were in the Chamber of Secrets?
And how do you know about the cloaked wizard?
Because he's been spying on us.
No! He made me. Students will search for us, he said. They will solve the secret of the map. We just need to follow. From Hagrid's, to the hall, to the dungeon, to the library, to the Chamber of Secrets, to the secret tunnel, to Hogsmeade.
That's every place we've been!
It's true. You were watching us.
I'm always watching.
Uh-oh. Students, run!
Don't let him get away! I never trusted that lemur.
Since when can lemurs use a wand?
Since now, apparently.
Look out! McGonagall's coming! Give me a name!
I can't!
It's the Imperious Curse, isn't it? This is clearly the work of a powerful wizard. Students, back to your dormitories at once. The Ministry and the school have this under control.
But we know who did this.
It's Gorski's assistant, Bly.
And the Ministry will deal with it. Apparently, they've been on the case for months, following Gorski's every move. Although they only just now chose to inform me. Agents are on their way to secure the castle.
But what if he escapes?
If there's a powerful wizard on the loose, it's not safe out in the halls. Back to your dormitories, now!
You're so close. But so is he. Don't let him find it first.
I've never seen McGonagall that stern before, which is saying something. Shouldn't we go back to the common room?
You heard what Gorski said. We're close. Everything we've done has led us to this wall of paintings. There must be something we're missing.
We've checked every single painting. Let's face it, there's no map.
It doesn't make sense. Why would all these wizards go through all this trouble for something that isn't there? Even down to moving 3 random paintings.
Hello, you sweet little urchins. We're all back on the wall at last.
I must say, things are quite a bit brighter these days.
No, you two don't go turning to mush on us now. Although, it is good to be back on the old wall with my best chums. Everyone at the pub was all, mind your own business all the time. We never got to talk about our feelings.
Are you crying?
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Recruitment's going well, I see. Look at your new members. You must have a lovely pamphlet. Or some compelling nefarious ends.
What is he talking about?
He thinks we're in a secret society. Don't ask.
Go on. What is it you're after?
We are still looking for the map. Are you sure it's in this hall?
You want to purge the world of maps? Now that you mention it, maps are rather smug, aren't they? Always pointing you somewhere, presuming that's where you want to be. What if I were to go somewhere else? Or take the scenic route?
Is the map here?
That's what he said.
That's what who said?
The bloke who took me to the pub. He told me he had to move me because of the map in the hall. Said I was out of line. Whatever that means.
You didn't get his name?
Didn't give it. Odd, really. I thought artists were always putting their names on things.
He was an artist?
Well, looked to be. Had paint on his robes, a bit like you.
Wait, you said out of line? That might be it. We checked every single painting, but what if the secret of the map wasn't in a single painting? What if it was in all the paintings?
I don't see anything.
You don't see anything now, but that doesn't mean you will always see nothing.
Right. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Many of the paintings were moved, and the people in the paintings moved too. If we restored everyone to their original positions and places, maybe we would see a different picture.
It's worth a try.
It's the best plan we've got. We trust you, Lottie.
Excuse me, paintings. Thank you. We're trying to find a magical artifact before an evil wizard gets to it. So, we're going to need your help. I need everyone to return to your original poses.
Oh, I see it now.
Wow! The portraits are the map!
The portraits we recovered weren't moved because they knew about the map. They were moved because they weren't in line with the map.
Ah, such pretty flowers. Reminds me of the ones my mum used to be in the gallery with.
What do you think it means?
Looks exactly like my father's butterfly. We have to follow it.
How? It's in the painting.
I know that hill. Our family had a cottage we used to visit in the summer when I was little. To draw onto this tree. And play in this stream. It's everything I love to do on a summer's day. My father's butterfly!
Are we sure it's not a trap?
Not everything is a trap, Daniel. I've never seen anything like this.
Is this the magical artifact we've been looking for?
It's not a jewel. It's a vial with some of the purest, brightest red liquid I've ever seen.
Does anyone else notice something strange? That mirror isn't a mirror.
Why is Lottie reflected? And no one else?
You're right. It isn't a mirror at all. I can reach right through it.
Lottie, look out!
Who are you?
You may recognize me by my other form, by that old fool's side.
Lie! You're an animagus?
I had to follow that doddering wizard for so long. At first it was a hunt like all the others, but when I realized what we were hunting, I couldn't let him have it.
You were controlling Professor Gorski?
Yes, he lost his mettle. He wasn't willing to do what had to be done to find the artifact. And now, all I need is the key.
We never found the key.
Oh no. You don't understand. You are the key. I agree. It defies comprehension. How could such a weak witch be the key to such a powerful artifact? Yet here you are, a witch too small to realize what she unlocks. Too weak to protect her family's heirloom. Your father at least put up a fight.
You knew my father?
It was more resilient than I anticipated. He held on to your name, to his dying breath.
You killed him? You monster!
He tried to protect you by magically concealing your family name, but I knew his line was tied to Hogwarts. That's why I used Gorski to make you children search for clues. I knew you'd reveal yourselves eventually. And now it's mine. Open the box.
Lottie! Lottie!
Stand back!
She's trapped! What are we gonna do?
Tally-ho, children! I got here as fast as I could. It's quite extraordinary. This vast, undiscovered countryside within our walls.
Lottie's trapped inside the mirror, or whatever that is.
Yes, I've heard. A little butterfly told me. I followed him to this passage.
Lottie's the only one who was reflected in the mirror, and she's the only one who could pass through it.
She's holding something. Is that the artifact?
Indeed it is. A family heirloom, and that family just happens to be Lottie's.
That's why she was able to open the passage and use the mirror.
I assume anything that was in contact with her at the time would also pass through. I'm not quite sure, but the butterfly did leave me this clue. Family doesn't always run red.
Of course. Your family can be anyone. It doesn't have to run red or be just in your bloodline. I should know.
Alohomora!
Go on, open it.
I can't!
No, this is impossible. You are the key.
Oh!
Not another move. Unless you want the girl to meet the same fate as her father.
Professor Gorski gave you up. The Ministry is on its way.
Harvey boy. The curse I put on Gorski means he can't even speak my name. No one is coming to save you.
Stop it! I know how to open the box. It's paint. The key is to paint the right symbol on the box.
After years of searching, it's mine. My magic is no match for a bunch of children. Now to demonstrate this special one's true power. What? This can't be!
You're out of luck, Bly. You have no way to defend yourself.
How could this happen?
All the pain you caused. Everything you took. My family. My father. You see only power, and can't imagine a world where magic is used for anything but yourself. You don't deserve to paint the world in your darkness any longer.
Lottie, no!
It's not a wand. It's a brush. You ignore all the other hues. I feel sorry for you.
Miss Turner, I believe this is yours. Please, look inside.
Hello, Lottie. Bly wasn't the only one who could change form. I am also an animagus. Wherever there was a butterfly, there I was. I had to keep my presence in portrait secret, for it would have tipped off Bly and put you in danger.
Don't leave again. I have so much to tell you.
Every time you paint, I'll be there. Especially with the family brush.
I get to keep the brush?
Of course you do. It's my gift to you. It's a Turner family tradition. Only the most clever, determined, and imaginative painters in the family ever find it. That's the most important part of the challenge. To ask for help and not be blinded by treasure. The brush is only bestowed on those who can extend the Turner family to others through their art and kindness and friendship. It holds great power. Yours.
Thank you, Father. I promise to paint with this every day, just like we used to.